if you're wondering how everyone is doing the Barbie doll, Brat doll, action figure AI of themselves, I'm going to tell you exactly how, and it's through ChatGPT. You can either download the app or just get on the website. I'm going to show you the prompt that I used. You can tweak it however you want.
You motherfuckers are so fucking lazy. You motherfuckers so fucking lazy. Okay, this shit is so cringe. Let me tell you what. Cringe. This shit is cringe. Like, what do you mean? Let me show you how you can make it. Let me show you how you can make it with ChatGPT. You know what else? I can show you how to make it by using actual fucking art skills. Like, oh my god. Oh, that was way too loud. Have you guys been seeing this trend? Have you guys seen this trend? I didn't see much of it, and I think it's like a relatively smaller trend. I didn't bother to look at like the views for the AI videos, but I know that some of the views for the actual art videos are a little bit lower. So really quick, let me give you the lowdown of what this is and what I'm presenting to you and what's really cringe, and then I'm going to explain what I did instead, okay? So I came across this video from Lavender Town. Love her. Hope she's doing well for real. Talking about how like there's this AI trend there's this trend that uses AI ChatGPT to create a doll of oneself, and I've had this idea before. Like who hasn't had the idea of like turning yourself into a doll? Me and my bestie roommate have talked about that, and we like it was really fun to like ideate like what accessories you would have and like what would the box look like, and like we didn't do anything with it, but it was like, oh, it was really fun. It was a fun little exercise. So when I saw Lavender Town doing this, but in the like before, but not just doing it because she wanted to do it. I mean, I'm sure she did want to do it, but doing it in response to an AI trend, I had to do a little looking up at what are we talking about? What do you mean? So I found it, and I don't know if it'll be before or after this little segment, but I will put in clips of those cringe lords that are just, oh, they're so uncanny too. Like, this is like not even me trying to defend. Well, I do want to defend. This is like, but that's not the main point. I'm not just defending like artist jobs or like artist integrity. Like, it's gross. It's slop. It's AI slop, and I don't know if I'll point it out, but like you can see in the videos where shit glitches because it's an AI making it. Like, it doesn't actually understand the piece it's making. But I digress. That's not the point. So I saw Lavender Town making herself into a little action figure. I think she, if I'm remembering correctly, she based hers off of the Nendoroid, or I don't know. I never had one. I was never rich enough to have one. But like the little anime chibi figures, they're very cute. So I like that idea a lot. And I also love dunking on AI, as we all should do. But yeah, so I'm going to take you through my little process because I ended up with my starter doll, which, like, that's the grand reveal at the end. You'll have to wait. And see what that is. But then I also drew, like, I sketched up, like, some other dolls that, like, I might redo. I might redo the doll in general, but, like, I certainly might add on to the line as well. But yeah, all that is to say, that's what this video is about. I'll be doing a voiceover for most of it. But yeah, it's just really cringe. Don't make AI do things for you. Like, use your head and, like, practice drawing. I think anyone who uses AI to do art is cringe. Or not even art, it's not art. Anyone who uses AI to generate images, because that's the reality of it, it's not art. Anyone who uses AI to generate images is really cringe, and I think that you should not be on the internet. Maybe do some more things that I'm not going to say. But the abbreviation is K, Y, and also S. So, hope that helps. Okay, let's get into my little guy. Okay, so here I'm just doing some sketches, just kind of playing with the body, and then here I remember that I can use the symmetry tool, which was in my plans all along. This is not the first instance when I should have just looked at my sketch, because when I was looking back at my sketches, which I'll put up somewhere, probably either here or later or whatever, I had some really good ideas that I just didn't end up executing, so that's kind of annoying. Anyway, I used my symmetry tool to do the first base so I could be completely symmetrical, and then I copy and pasted those, or that base, 3 different times, or I guess 2 different times because I copy and pasted it twice. And then I sketched out some outfits. The first one is my starter pack type deal. And then the middle one I was gonna make an extra outfit, but I ended up doing it. This last one, I was laying in bed and I had this like vision of this outfit. Also channeling Beyonce with that fucking bun. And then I moved back or on, I guess, to my sketch. I had this idea for like a sort of half moon or half circle box. I wish I had referred more to my sketches, because I think I had a better shape for the box, which would have resulted in like a better shape for the overall picture, but that's okay. But yeah, you'll see I'm just sketching stuff out. I sketched that body, again, using the symmetry tool. I do a lot with the symmetry tool, especially with the doll, because it makes the most sense. It just looks better, and again, it's like the image I was seeing. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay. I'm adding, on that little corner, like I remember sometimes in boxes, like they'll have like the little character art, like in the corner, like right next to it. So I added that as well, and that will change a lot, but that was just kind of my idea. And then here I'm blocking in values because I'm trying to learn composition, specifically with values, so I'm messing around with that. Have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just doing stuff. But yeah, fucking around with the value more. I wasn't sure if I wanted a blue case. I don't know. But yeah, and then I think this is when I'm pretty sure this is like when I get started. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll just move on to color, because I wasn't really sure what I wanted my palette to be. But I did know, like, I was really inspired by Little Pet Shops, like their old packaging, like the purple, the pink, and then the green background. So I'll play with that more later, when I start playing with colors. But yeah, and then now I'm just tracing over stuff, or like line arting or whatever, just clarifying the image. Nothing super spectacular. I use the HB, like the Procreate HB pencil. I don't think I've changed it. I really like that pencil. I did change the opacity when I was coloring, because I think it's better to use something with lower opacity when you're coloring, but I don't know. I might change my mind on that in like 3 days, so. But yeah, here's what I was talking about, where I change that character art pretty drastically. I like this one a lot better. I wish it was a little bit bigger, but overall I ended up really liking it. Also now, reflecting too, I wish I'd added a little bit more gradient, especially to the box, both the outside, which is like the lighter purple, and the inside, which right now is darker purple. I feel like that color differentiation, my bad, would have helped add some depth, but whatever. Also, after going back to this, I really wish that I had kept the purple and pink color scheme, but then, yeah, no, I actually kind of wish I had kept that. I think the final one looks good, which this is like the final color scheme. I think it still looks good, but I think overall I like the purple and pink better, but whatever. Yeah, right now I'm just doing a lot of rendering. I know there's like a couple definitions for that, but the way that I've always seen it is relating to the other form of rendering I've heard, which is about meat, like rendering the fat off of stuff, which I think is a really good metaphor for art too, especially digital painting. Well, and digital anything. Some rendering is more painterly, But mine is not especially painterly. I was using, again, the HB pencil. I was just kind of using like a colored pencil, but yeah, rendering is just like cutting the fat. Oh yeah, I'm adding my shelf. I took a Google image of a shelf and yeah, added that there. And then that's me adding all the included stuff and yeah, changing some colors. I think oh, no, we're just done. Okay. But yeah, so that's it. I included my water bottle, which is like a sort of mint green or whatever, which got kind of messed up in like my coloring adjustments or whatever, but I don't really care about it. I also put my cat Willow, and I added 2 notebooks. I don't really use the notebooks that I use. I don't really use them as often, but I do have those notebooks. I also put some pens. They're really small. Those would be hell to keep track of, but whatever. And then I also included my tote bag that I like take everywhere all the time. But yeah, that's my action figure or my little vinyl doll, whatever, soft vinyl, whatever. Now I don't know if they make Figmas, like bendable articulated figures out of soft vinyl. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I did all this without AI. Crazy. Lavender Town was a huge inspiration. I really liked hers. I'll throw hers up if I haven't already. And then I'll also include some screenshots of other artists I've seen do this trend, or like what their little guy looked like. But yeah, I'm not gonna say it's not hard. Like obviously, like I had to like learn the skills to make this, which took time, and I'm gonna improve and stuff. But like I'll show it at the end. It'll be like my end slide, or I don't know. But one of the like people were so creative with this. Like people didn't just draw. Like they also like took pictures of themselves like with their favorite items, and then like photoshopped it into a sort of like Barbie doll box arrangement. Like creativity is such a human blessing, and to just leave that for AI to make slop out of it's loser behavior. So yeah, if you were thinking about using AI to do this, don't. And if you do use AI to do this, then I don't know, you're fucking stupid. I don't know, get good, loser. Anyway, but yeah, this is my guy. And other guys accompanied. Whatever. But yeah, have a good day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.